Hey folks, SMK Gaming here. Today it's probably going to be a bit of a longer video. I'm going to talk through my general thoughts and feelings on the current state of Battlefield 5. How the game has progressed, or for many, like myself, regressed over the last couple of months. To get your full understanding of this, we're going to go back to the release of Al Sundan on the 26th of September. The map was supposed to come 6 to 8 weeks prior to that. It came and it was absolutely riddled with bugs. PC had this awful stuttering. On Xbox they had some problem with EA access where it was stopping them getting into the game, and on PS4 we had the stuttering. We had all various different bugs. It was probably a really low point for the game. People hated the map. It would just highlighted the poor visibility, the big massive open spaces, the MMG problems. It highlighted everything that people were talking about the game. Really, really bad place for Battlefield 5 at that point in time. We're going to move forward, and it was actually quite soon after this map, and I don't know if DICE did this earlier than they anticipated, but they released a trailer for Operation Underground, a map that a lot of people were looking forward to, a map that people had requested, a map like this. And then on the 3rd of October the map released, and loads of people's perceptions changed. Like, it had bugs, it still had the bugs, but because it was fun, because the map kind of was something new and different to the rest of Battlefield, it was really well received. It was a lot of fun. I streamed it for like 7 hours. I couldn't get enough of it. I then remember watching the official Battlefield stream on Mixer after it, where I was watching Adam Freeman and Jeff Braddock having fun playing it. It was a really fun stream to watch. It was great. It was enjoyable. You could see in the chat people hyped. And it was also around this point where my channel started to get more views. Other YouTubers were the same. You could feel this hype building up on social media, and then within your own streams and your own videos, it was starting to, go up a bit. There were still the bugs, but the new content was causing hype. Then they released more trailers to do with the Pacific. We're going to get 2 new maps this time, and these came on the 31st of October. And well, people that previously were saying Battlefield is rubbish, it's crap, they were playing these maps and liking it. They're saying the visibility problems, all that's still there, but people loved these maps. It was so much fun. And my channel, in and around that point, kicked off big style. I got, over the last month, from just before the release of Operation Underground until mid-November, I had like 1,000 subscribers. For my channel, that is huge. I am currently sitting in around, 5,500. To get 1,000 in that 1 month compared to, say, 4.5 over the previous 18 months. That's a big increase. Like, 400%? Something nuts, nuts. But then, of course, things went on, and it was in and around mid-November when we got an announcement saying DICE were going to improve the weapon rebalance, or they're going to do a weapon rebalance, improve the weapons, change them around, make them more ideal for the situation they were intended. So SMGs were going to be really good in close quarter combat, but pretty poor at range, because people were complaining that they were getting lasered from 50 meters away with by an SMG. People were complaining about this. So they released a big huge document detailing what they were going to change. And well, reading through this, I was, oh my goodness, are you joking me? What are they doing? What are they doing? Why chance this at this point in the game's life cycle? Why chance doing this when the hype has been the highest for the game it has ever been? People are making fun videos on the new content. The hype is big. All YouTubers are saying how great it is, trying to get new players into the game. Yet, you come out with this weapon rebalance, and it looks like a flat out time to kill increase. which looks like it's for new players. It looks like it's for new players. And you released this information and you didn't help yourself when you turned around and says, right, we're decreasing the damage over distance. But that's all you said. You didn't say you're maybe potentially increasing magazine size, decreasing recoil, increasing or decreasing the rate of fire, bullet velocities. You included none of this stuff. You should have been more detailed, because you know what the Battlefield community is like. They will pick through this with a like little toothpick or a fine comb, looking for all these wee details. They will be looking for them, and it just exploded after there. Some people that had more information were saying, oh no, hold on. DICE haven't released all the information. They plan on changing this too. But those that are a bit more savvy were looking at it, okay, so they've decreased, for example, a weapon that previously did 20 damage per bullet at, say, 30 meters, and it's now, say, 10, half the damage at the same distance. So it's going to keep the time to kill the same, so they're going to increase the rate of fire of that weapon to double than what it currently is. Like, so it's going to have an absolute crazy rate of fire? No, they're not going to do that. So how are they going to do it? Oh, they're decreasing the recoil. Well, recoil isn't included in the time to kill calculation. It's not included. So how is it going to stay the same? And this went backwards and forwards between a certain two groups of people, and it just kind of, yeah, it caused a lot of fighting amongst the Battlefield community. DICE then tried to clear up this confusion about a week later and released a 10-page document, being more detail. Yes, they did. They've been more detail, but it was full of contradictory information. For example, they mentioned that, yes, we're acknowledging that new players are finding it hard to get into this game. They are struggling. We need to find ways to make it easier for them. Yet you go on to say it is not for the Christmas noobs. How can it be both? You may as well have not said that it's not for the Christmas noobs, because you basically have with your other statement. You also mention in that document how people are stuck with the same weapons they are. It's just the way the games always are. People stick with what they like. So you then want to try and improve the variation within the weapon choices all players make. So let's use the example of the STG here. The STG, you used it in your first announcement about the weapon rebalance because it's the most popular weapon. However, you then nerfed all the other full auto assault weapons that hard compared to the STG. The STG is now only one of two viable full auto assault weapons to use. The Sturmgewehr, lots of other weapons got nerfed so hard, the Sturmgewehr would have been my main assault weapon. But funny enough, I am now using the STG more now. You've kind of, it's just so contradictory. You've nerfed those guns so much that the STG and the Ruby rolls are now the only weapons anyone's using for the assault class, like full auto assault weapons. Now I understand, I think it was yesterday you released information where you're going to change this around, and that is good. That is good. However, oh my goodness. Yesterday on stream I found out that, and it appears this way, and I'm going to say it appears that you did this on the sneak. You reintroduced another aim assist to the game. Everyone was talking about, and I put out loads of tweets about it, there's something not right. Why is everyone and their granny using the Suomi? Yes, it's had its recoil nerfs, but it just seems everyone is able to lock onto you so quickly with it. I was still killing players in my one-on-ones, but they were able to lock onto me and get damage into me, and I'd only be coming out of that engagement with 20 or 30% health, whereas before it would have been much more than that. This simply, I couldn't explain it. It was driving me nuts. But then someone, through their own testing, and credit to this person, because if this person hadn't done this, I can't remember the person's name, sorry, I can't remember it, we would still be running around now, and DICE wouldn't have said anything. You forgot to put it in the patch notes, they said. I'm sorry, but I don't believe that. I don't believe it. This was what a lot of people didn't want in Battlefield 5, and you've put it back in again. That aim assist is called, well, it used to be called auto rotation, but they've changed it to aim assist snap. What this aim assist does is, if you aim down sight quite close to a player, it will snap straight onto that target. When you're then on that target, the other aim assist that was already in the game, aim assist slowdown, kicks in, and you then, that helps you keep you on target. Now, for that slowdown, people still have to work. They still have to aim to get their crosshair on the target first. People can live with that. I can live with that. Even if people are running around with that at 100%, I can live with that. They still have to work to get their aim on me. With the snap, they do not. They can just aim down sight quite close to me and they're right on their target. It moves for them. The game does it. The game moves. Their crosshair from here to where the target is. That should not be there. It should not be there. I see that in some of the announcement yesterday, when you found out people were starting to know about this, you finished off with saying it is now standard on consoles for this. So it's like you're saying that to try and say, well, all other shooters have it. So what's wrong with us having it? As if, oh, okay, right, yeah, we'll just listen to that. They all have it, so we will shut up. So are you trying to be like other shooters, DICE? You're trying to be like other shooters? I thought you're wanting to be different. Isn't all games are supposed to have that little bit of personality, that little difference? Just because COD does it, oh, you're just going to follow them and do the same thing? Yeah? No. Just because others do it doesn't mean you should do it. It feels that this update, along with the information we found out while I was on stream yesterday, it just literally is for Christmas noobs. It is for them. Everything you're doing is to help new players, but you're going in the completely wrong direction. And this is now how I'm going to finish off this, talking about this direction you're taking and how it is wrong. All this stuff is for new players. What haven't you done? You keep asking the community, how can we improve the game? Ask us how we can get new players to play this game. How can we make it easier for them? I was a new player once. In fact, I was probably one of the worst noobs you ever seen in Battlefield 4. I sat in a corner shooting rifle grenades in Operation Locker. Once that map finished, I would have left that server and joined another Operation Locker, shoot my grenades, going 30-0 thinking I am friggin' great. I was rubbish. See, when I would go and try another map, I would get annihilated. Like my KD after 100 hours was like 0.33. I was the biggest noob you've ever seen. How did I get better? Watched YouTube videos, watched Westy, watched The Broken Machine, watched all these people to try and get better at the game. Remember, I've said this about watching YouTube videos, by the way. So, ask us. Ask us. We will give you suggestions. For example, you want new players to get in the game. How could we introduce some mechanic, some way to get these players in? Why not upsetting our valued? And you should value us more. I'm sorry if people disagree with that, but we are the people that are there giving you the feedback, doing the videos for you. You should value your core community, the people that run events more so. How could we introduce something to help new players as well as not upset the core community? Attrition. Would the core community complain if this was removed from the game? Say you brought back the auto regen? No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. Get rid of it. It would help new players. Get rid of the revive animations. Instant revive. It would help them. It would help them. How could you make the bullets, the time to kill, all this type of stuff? There's various suggestions already been made, but you haven't listened to any of them. And that's why people are getting annoyed. You're saying, like you're doing with the weapon changes coming up again, you're saying we listen to you. Well, it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like, oh, you've tested it out now yourself, and it feels like, oh yes, we can't have that, we need to change it. Oh, I will say we listen to the community along with this to just show we're listening. It doesn't feel like that. It just feels you're patronising us now by saying these things. It doesn't feel like you really are listening to us. Back to the whole thing about the YouTube. I watched videos to get better. What are you going to do if you upset your core community that much that they're no longer going to be giving you feedback to leave the game, they're no longer making videos on it? That help new players? My whole channel is about helping players. All my videos, the brain training, how to PTFO, is all about helping new players. What if we all stop making videos because you're not listening to us? It's going to have an even bigger effect on new players. It is. Like, you may think that because we're a small minority of the core community, that, oh, they'll still play the game, they'll still live with it. We have to really cater for the bigger community. Well, I feel by not listening to us and doing that, you will lose your core community, and they are your foundation. What happens if there's no foundation? Well, there you go. Please, I hope this video, I know it's been long, makes the way to some developers, but I really believe you should start listening to us more so. I do believe it. I do. I really want to see this game succeed. I want to be able to help new players. I want the core community to be happy, as well as all the other players be happy, but this direction you're going in is the wrong direction. YouTubers like myself, Westy, Jack Frags, and Level Cap. There's loads of others ones as well, The Broken Machine, Maxix. We all do content. And in that content, depending on whether it's positive or negative, will have effect on the viewer's perception of the game. What if look at all these videos, all these negativity, how do you think that's going to affect new players looking up Battlefield stuff? Because this stuff is the stuff that's going to come up first for them. They think they're going to want to buy the game. You think they're going to want to play it? I get asked on my streams all the time, and I've always, up until this point, said, yes, the game is worth getting when asked, is it worth getting? I honestly don't know if I can say that anymore. I don't know, because how can I say that whenever I feel I don't want to play it with these changes you're bringing in? Just think about that. Just think, are you doing the correct thing by upsetting the core community this much and catering for people that may come in and play this game at Christmas time and then leave it again? Think of Battlefield as a roller coaster ride. The framework, the actual roller coaster itself, it'll have its up and downs. That's the Battlefield game itself. During its life cycle, it'll have good moments, it'll have bad moments. The person in charge of the speed of the ride, the person that stops the ride, that's the Battlefield developers. They choose when updates come out, they choose when to speed up the progress of the game, put out more content. The people that ride on the roller coaster, the people that sit in the chairs, that's us gamers. We love the thrill of the ride, we love the thrill of gaming, we get on it to enjoy things. But there's something that connects all that a little bit, that keeps things running more smoothly. And that's the wheels that are in contact with the frame. Who is that? That's the core community, the people that just don't go on the roller coaster for the thrill of the ride or play the game. Those are the people that give the feedback, how to improve the game, help keep the roller coaster on the right tracks so it doesn't all come apart. What happens if those wheels were to start coming off, as in the core community started leaving? Well, those carriages, that roller coaster will start to get a bit wobbly. What are the rest of the gamers, the rest of the people on that ride going to start thinking? Geez, this isn't very good, this is crap. And they'll spread to the rest of their gamer friends. No, don't go on that roller coaster, it's crap. It's shaking all over the place. The same way they'll spread the stuff about the game. No, don't bother with that, it's rubbish. Please stop ignoring your core community. It's not the way to do it, DICE. Thank you folks for watching. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this. I know it's been a long one. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think DICE should be listening more to the core community and going on that feedback rather than some stats they have from the wider community on their playtime and what they want? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, folks. Thank you for watching. Catch you again next stream or video.